What's going on, Phoenicians? I am in Yokohama Bashamichi. I'm walking to lunch, and on today's rambly video of rambling nonsense, I'm going to be talking about filming in public in Japan. As you can see, there are people behind me as I'm standing out here in public, but they just don't seem to be acknowledging the camera, or they just don't care that I'm making a YouTube video. And the reason I'm bringing up this topic is there's been another news article relating to YouTubers. Particularly this one article was talking about foreign YouTubers causing a nuisance in Japan from YouTube. And part of the issue came from what's called meiwaku doga. And meiwaku is a word that means disturbance, and obviously doga is video. So we're going to be talking about the etiquette of filming in public in Japan, and I can't tell if I'm backlit or not because the screen here is all, it's like I can't even see it right now. So as I walk to get lunch in public, I am going to discuss this. So I'm not going to name names. It's not something that I really want to, and this is not a drama video or anything dramatic that I want to discuss. It's just, you know, when you're a vlogger and you're visiting Japan, or you're in Japan and you want to do vlogging, or you're already an established vlogger, what should you do when filming in public? Now, those two women that just walked past me were acknowledging, they're like, oh, he has a camera, he's filming. When you're holding a camera like I am, you stand out. Like, people are like, oh, he's making a video. And sometimes they don't like it. So you got to be very mindful of the people around you. Like, and if they have like a wincing face, or they're trying to hide their face or something like that, don't shove their camera. Pretend there's someone here who's like wincing their face, right? I just dabbed, whatever. Don't shove the camera in their face, because obviously they don't want to be filmed. And that's just rule number one. You know, I'm going to sit out here for lunch today. It's a nice day, and I was going to go to Jonathan, but I'm going to go to Tully's and get a hot dog. Alright, sitting out here, eating my lunch. Can't tell if I'm in frame or not. Okay, I am in frame. Zoom in. Alright, so as I eat my taco dog here, that's exactly what this is. It's just this cheese is just going everywhere. This is really good. There's been a few videos that were recorded in you know, in Japan by mostly foreign YouTubers. They would put their camera on the conveyor belt of a sushi restaurant. You know, the difference in opinion on those videos is pretty clear. Foreigners typically think, oh, this is really cool. It's, you know, kind of a curious thing to see. It's like, how does the thing work? And Japanese netizens almost universally hate those types of videos. And it kind of shows a cultural difference, as well as kind of a legal difference in privacy laws in Japan. Now, there's a couple of things that you really need to know about privacy laws, and I had to study this as I run a filming company here in Japan. If you record someone incidentally, like if someone's face when they walk by me is in the frame, that's fine. I mean, their identity is not the subject of the video. They're just walking usually. It's not discernible of what they are, who they are, and what they're doing, right? So typically, if someone walks by you, don't have to worry about blurring their face out or whatever like that. But if you like straight up take the camera and like shove it in their face, and it's just like, hey, what's going on? And they're random, you know. There's been a couple of YouTubers that I remember at Halloween a couple years ago. I was hanging out with someone who just every so often would just shove their camera into the Halloween reveler's face and film their video with them, and it's just, that's not good. You always gotta ask permission first, and you know, even after you ask permission, sometimes if someone's identity is discernible, they might ask you to take the video down after it's uploaded to YouTube. So you gotta be very careful about that. Always make sure you're very clear on who you're filming, and make sure they're clear about your intentions of being, you know, of filming a video. And this is kind of a thing that people cover a lot when filming in Japan. It's like, do I need to be worried about, or what kind of videos can I film? If you wanted to film that, you know, I think I do find those kaiten sushi videos, like where they put the camera on the conveyor belt. when I first saw it, I was like, oh wow, that's really interesting. It's kind of like sushi POV, right? But it's like, I wasn't aware at that time of the the rules in Japan of filming, and I wasn't aware that Japanese people really value their privacy. And living here 5 years now, it's very apparent to me that it's kind of obvious that you shouldn't be invading people's privacy, especially when they're just eating dinner. And this goes for anything, really. When you come over to Japan, my whole thing about filming is, when you're filming, you must interfere as least as you can. I don't know if that's grammatically correct, but I'm out here, camera is in frame, mostly me in the frame. In the background you just see buildings in the sky, and people walking by me, they see me filming, but they're not aware of what I'm doing, right? They are not in the shot, basically. I've mostly just eaten cheese so far. Successful lunch at Tully's. I think another word that you could use for what I'm trying to describe is disruptive. So be as least disruptive as possible when you're filming. And obviously we could use Logan Paul as a case study here. Him obviously making a bunch of noise, causing a big racket and all that sort of stuff. Throwing stuff at cars, yeah. You shouldn't be doing that. I mean, this goes for anywhere, not just Japan. But I think another thing that you could look at for filming, let me give you another example, is when I film in the trains. Like, there are two types of videos that you would see me do in a train. One is me just updating the vlog, just me filming. You usually see like I'm up here, like really close, and I rarely ever use this phone or use the big camera for filming on the trains. I use my iPhone because it's just inconspicuous, and I also make sure that the phone is up here instead of like down here, because then people might think I'm trying to take a upskirt picture, and you don't want to be accused of that. Even if you didn't take any pictures, just trust me. Obviously I can't speak from experience, but obviously you don't want to get accused of doing something illegal like that. So when you're filming part of your vlog on the train, and you're just by yourself, use a lower voice, keep the camera close to you, and make sure it's just on you, right? But if you're filming an actual train video, like when I filmed the E235, the Yamanote train, and the Zusa train, when you have your camera out and you're filming the trains and stuff like that, people around you understand that, oh, he's filming the train. He's not trying to film me or anybody else. But also, like I said, don't be disruptive. Don't film passengers. Film the scenery, film the interior of the train. Make sure, like, if there are people in the shot, make sure you just top of their head at the very most, So, I mean, that's two things that you got to keep in mind for public transit. And, most importantly, like I said, just don't be disruptive. Don't be loud. Don't be a dick. Now, I briefly mentioned that, a lot of restaurants and stuff are very concerned about the behavior of YouTubers at their restaurants and stuff like that. And a lot of places, like, were very pissed off about, Logan Paul and, like, the, sushi go-round thing. So, I'm gonna go into this Jonathan here and film my lunch like I usually do. I was at a restaurant last night. I had dinner when I was getting my iPhone replaced, and the staff remembered me, and I was like, "You remember me?" And they're like, "Yeah, you're the YouTuber guy who comes in here every so often." I haven't been at that restaurant in a while, and they remembered me, and they welcomed me back. They're like, "Hey," it's a crying kid in here. They're like, "Hey, hope you come back some more." I'm like, I guess this proves that not all foreign YouTubers are absolute dicks. Got my lunch. See, when you're at a restaurant, there's a couple guidelines you should know when you're filming. Keep your voice down as if you're just talking with the people around you. And, don't do anything rude in here, obviously. So all I'm doing is tea and my, I can't pick it up off my Teflon. It's a hamburger steak. So, and look, if the staff sees you filming and they ask you to turn off your phone, just turn off your phone. It's not a big deal. Alright, don't be rude to the staff, don't be noisy and doing stupid stuff to the staff. Just, if they say turn off your phone, turn off your phone. That's basically it. Alright, I'm editing this video right now. I'm at my apartment and I'm on my new iPhone. Since I started working on this video, a few things popped up related to filming in restaurants. In particular, Sushido. I don't know if I can find this. Sushido just stated that they're not going to allow filming or photography at restaurants at all. So, you know, this is the result of restaurants basically, you know, getting tired of people, you know, making a disturbance and stuff like that. So, yeah, here it is. This is Fed Up With, it's from Sankei Business. This is in Japanese. So, Sushido wa gaikokujin YouTuber. Okay, hold on a minute. Sushido gaikokujin YouTuber no meiwaku doga ni. Yeah, I can't read that kanji, but whatever. It's like they said no filming inside restaurants at all from now on. So, yeah. A lot of places are going to start doing this, and you know, a lot of kind of religious sites have rules against filming. If you recall, if you've been a fan of my channel for a while, a couple years ago I went down to Ise Jingu, and I mentioned in the video that I've made there that I couldn't film at the actual shrine itself because of just how holy and significant that the shrine is to, you know, the Japanese people, to the culture and whatnot, to the religion. Follow those rules. Don't make a mess or a disturbance out of stuff to cause companies and places to say, hey, no filming. So, if you see a sign that says don't film, don't film. So, that's all I have to say for this. Thank you guys for watching, and if you have any more feedback or questions and stuff you'd like me to answer, go ahead and drop them in the comments down below. And I'll see you on the next video. Take it easy, Phoenicians.